Yo,
Yo,
we are live on YouTube.
are we live on YouTube? Awesome.
Yeah, I'll give you the link. Sure, I guess we should share it
Sure.
as soon as Jeremy gets in here. Let's see. Wait, why am I hearing myself?
I don't know.
How do I mute myself? There we go. Mute site.
Boom. Mute site. So when's Saint supposed to be off his boat?
I have no idea.
Really?
He told us March or April, right? So
Is that what he said? Yeah.
yeah. Where's this bitch?
I started watching The Room a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Right before I came up here. Yeah.
How you liking it so far?
Well, all I've really seen is the credits and him giving her the red dress. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Oh, okay. You've seen it before.
Yeah.
Just gave her the present of the red nightie or whatever that was.
Oh, there he is. Hello, Jeremy.
Jeremy's here. Or Head. I'm just gonna start calling him Head. That's what it says on his nameplate.
What's going on?
Hey, we're live on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Live on YouTube.
I didn't know YouTube could do live.
Apparently so. We're gonna give it a go.
Groovy.
I'm just look at you, you little rhyming bitch. I'm just posting it on Facebook and Twitter and whatnot. I had a bit different screen capture.
Some damn Lego. That hurts.
The what? What'd you say?
Who?
You.
Me? I stepped on a Lego.
Oh,
that's painful.
Is that better?
I like that shirt. Callahan Auto Parts.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Let's see. I'm quitting everything. Am I stalling? Am I messing up?
I don't know.
Hey,
No.
Chris, your pizza's here.
I don't know what you're doing.
No, I mean, am I stuttering? Am I frozen? Am I good?
No, you're fine. No, your picture's fine. Audio's good. Video's good.
Is Jeremy good? Someone's not good. Someone's messed up.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Trying to find my stuff.
It's saying your bandwidth is low.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Mine or Mike?
Yours, Jeremy.
Yeah, I thought so. Let's see.
Live on YouTube. Should we just throw these up live all the time or what?
That's what I'm doing. That way,
Yeah.
if people want to interact.
I mean, I would. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know how I'll be able to tell how to interact, but we can figure that out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jeremy, fixing your computer problems?
I downloaded that Discord thing
Working on
that
it.
you sent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you download it or no?
Yeah, I have it. I have no idea how to use it.
No, me neither. I mean, I just have it on my phone. I don't know what it does. I got it on my phone. That's it.
We'll have to ask someone younger than us to figure out how to use it.
And it's pretty self-explanatory once you go through the app.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Still saying your bandwidth is low, but we see you and hear you. I do anyway.
All right. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He's frozen again.
Is he frozen? Yeah, he's frozen.
You know, he's got a Mac right behind him that he could just turn on and maybe plug an Ethernet cable into.
Yeah, I just plugged it in.
Ah, okay.
Well, I put the power back to it. Someone unplugged the power from the Ethernet box.
Damn kids.
Your sling off?
Yes. All right, so let's see. That goes
Sounds so
there.
excited to be here.
I am excited. I just wish all of us had reliable internet connections, Jeremy. That's all.
I do.
Vinnie, you live in Atlanta. If you didn't have a reliable internet connection, I'd be pissed off.
You say that now, but about 15 minutes in, me and Vinny are going to be like, huh, Mike's freezing again.
Yeah.
No, I have not frozen since a few weeks ago when I accidentally left all like the backup and everything running on my computer.
Mike's pixelating again.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
All right. You guys ready?
Surely.
Sure.
Jeremy,
Don't call me
good.
Shirley.
All right, here we go. Dang, Jeremy, that TV is so loud, I gotta tell you, but that's fine.
What
It's
TV?
good. It's ambiance.
You know, he asked Jeremy to find, a private room to do a podcast in, and he does it in the most open room in his house.
This is not the loudest room in my house, I promise.
Uh-huh. All right. Welcome to a new episode of The Usual Saints. I'm Mike D, here with Vinnie and Jeremy, and we're broadcasting. I love that, Vinnie.
Hello.
We're broadcasting live on YouTube this week to see if that helps out.
Now that I know that we're live and people might be seeing me, got to put on a little show,
You do realize I put all these episodes uncut on YouTube anyway, so when you're talking about your pillow fucking and your romance.
Oh, cool. Well, good. Well, now everybody knows, right? Now everybody knows.
How have you guys been this week?
I mean, look at those pillows. They're sweet.
Really?
I
don't even see them. I see like a comforter. Where's the pillows?
There's a comforter balled up, and yeah, they're over there.
It's Vinny's like if he
There's
had
two.
a background.
Yeah.
if you had a background different than that at any point in the future, I'd be disappointed. I think
I know.
even when you move, we're gonna have to keep that same background.
And the big dark background is a blanket covering the window. Yeah, those are my window treatments.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, what have you guys been up to in the past few days?
Just working. Tomorrow is my Friday, so that's it. Just been working since Sunday. Saturday we went to a little art festival in a town called Brazelton, Georgia. They put one on every couple times a year. Loving that dog. You don't need to shut it down, man. That's just natural sound. What the hell?
That's that damn rat dog running around the house. Every time the ring doorbell goes off.
Jesus. Oh, the pizza's here.
Okay,
Awesome.
so it is pizza.
Yeah,
Because Mike gets it tonight, and our delivery guy or our delivery only had half the food we ordered, so they just brought back my kid's pizza and another calzone that didn't show up when it was supposed to. They must have thought Mike was here.
Who delivered it? Who delivered
Just
it?
a
The
local
restaurant
pizza
themselves
place.
or DoorDash?
Yeah. No, it's just a local pizza place.
Oh, local pizza joint. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because if it was DoorDash or Grubhub, they would tell you that it's not their responsibility because
Exactly.
they got paid by the other people, Grubhub or
right.
DoorDash, and you'd be just shit out of luck.
That's right. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself in the
No.
pizza that we didn't bring you.
As soon as the driver got back, they called us and said, "Hey, we're really sorry. We'll send you another pizza and the calzone, and we won't charge you for them." So, all right, cool.
Well, that's good. I mean,
Kid had some apples or something. Whatever.
sweet.
Yeah.
So anyway, I worked Sunday and Saturday we went to an art festival in Brazelton, Georgia. They put it on 2-3 times a year, and
Selling or watching?
Good day. Was that?
Were you selling or just walking around?
Just walking around. I was going to get involved in some, but a lot of them canceled out. So we're going to wait till maybe fall, and maybe get involved in one with my stuff. But yeah, we did that, and that was it. Just a slow weekend. Didn't do much, and then got back to work on Sunday. So that's it, man. That's my life, bro.
I worked all weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I worked Sunday anyway. So 10 hours on Sunday.
Bullshit that people want TV and electricity on the weekends.
Come on, bastards.
Oh, you guys have such exciting lives.
What'd you do, Mike? What'd you do?
Yeah, what'd you do?
Oh, not much.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Saturday, let's see. We went to Melbourne to go to a Barnes and Noble because there's not one here. And then we came home, or then we went shopping. Yeah, I know. And we went shopping.
Us shit. You drove an hour to go to a bookstore. You're giving us shit about what we do on our weekends.
Oh, you haven't even heard. See, then we drove an hour south to the Barnes and Noble in Jensen because Sophie realized she picked up the wrong book at the one in Melbourne. And
What the hell? So you did a tour of the local or not so local Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah. But, it was fine. It was nice. We had lunch. We had dinner. We had dinner at Red Lobster, so it was good. It was fine.
Did you get yourself a nice $22 coffee at Barnes and Noble?
No, I got a $4 grande iced tea. That was with $1 off. So
Ooh, coupon. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. But no, relatively nothing. Any reaction to the George Hardy interview from anyone that you've seen or talked to or anyone that heard it?
I haven't heard from anybody.
Oh, yeah?
No. Of course, my girlfriend watched it, of course. And actually, she watched it on Apple TV. She pulled it up on Apple TV. And
nice.
She watched it on that. So, yeah. Well, she liked it, of course, because she was watching it live as well. So,
did she watch it on YouTube or did she listen to the podcast?
Podcast.
On Apple TV. Okay.
On Apple TV, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, he seemed like he had fun, and I sent him the links, so hopefully he shares that. Waiting to hear back about some more interviews next week. I have the one scheduled next week with Michaela Lee. She's a cosplayer, actress. She's so.
What day is that?
Fun. That is next to Thursday, March 11th.
March 11th. Okay. What time is that?
Have it at 4 p.m. I sent out a calendar appointment, Vinny. Technology.
I don't. You know, I read it and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then we'll talk about it. I'm like, I don't remember.
When Mike goes back to work, he'll understand that that's not the most important thing in our lives at all times.
This podcast should be. Work sucks.
Wait, this chick is a cosplay or what is she?
She's a cosplayer, actress, and she put something else that she was able to talk about. I'd have to look. Let me look.
That's
but
I was just wondering.
No, it's fine. It's right here. I just gotta click it. Let's see. Michaela Lee comes up on Instagram. Actress, cosplayer, and model. And so on her Instagram, if you go there, she's got like a watch me in link where you can watch a bunch of stuff she's done. So I was kind of flipping through that before. Her cosplays are pretty cool. She does some like cool Final Fantasy characters. Yeah. Samus Aran from Metroid. So if you look at her Instagram, she's got a lot of cool stuff. And she's got a shit ton of followers. She got 165,000 followers. So
no shit. Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, if she promotes it, cool. So,
what did you lie to her about to get her to do this?
What do you mean? Nothing. I cold called, man. These are my cold calls. This one they pay off. This one went to her, I assume, her general box. You guys use Instagram a little bit, so the messaging and how sometimes it goes to one box or the other, especially with the business purposes, which I don't know if she has her set up as or not. I don't think she does, but we apparently just went to the other box where she didn't see us, and she saw us a few weeks later. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm just seeing this now." She's like, "I'd love to do it." Blah blah. So I told her about what we do. We kind of shoot the shit. We talk about whatever. And, we had, I think we had Leaping Liz on a few weeks ago. We had George Hardy on. So, people seem to be into it. And, you guys know we have Zeb Wells, one of the writers of Robot Chicken and creators of Super Mansion. He'll be joining the podcast on March 22nd. So that's going to be pretty exciting. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I love that dude. He's hilarious.
Watched my first episode of Robot Chicken today.
Oh yeah? What do you think?
Do you want to say that out loud?
Good. Why not? He's not listening to this. Nobody is.
That is not true. We're getting more listeners by the week. But Go ahead. Jeremy,
you told your wife to listen from different accounts. That's awesome.
Yes. Well, that's a good idea, Mike.
No, I want unique and individual listeners who can spread the word about our show.
My oldest kid was very excited when I told him. He started looking him up, and he's like, "Wait, he was involved in the Star Wars episodes, and he did his own version of Venom." And I'm like, "All right, you got any questions for him? Because I got nothing." So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, he was very, very excited. And my wife asked me a question earlier. She's like, "So how does Mike get these people to do your podcasts?" And I told her what I believe is that the people that we're asking don't have a very good press team.
Yeah, probably not.
You're hilarious. No, the people who don't have the really good press team are the people who don't respond or respond and say, "Oh, we can only talk about one topic." Like this is like a 2 or 3 minute news interview. That's not what I'm going for here. I'll be the first one to freely admit I model these interviews on, even though it's not just me, it's you guys too. Like I interview, my interview style is like Stern, man. I want to go deep. I want to play around with different things, and we're not just talking about one topic. I want to talk about their lives. I want to get deep, better answers than just like formulaic, normal television interviews, questions kind of thing.
Right. So, and then a shameless plug,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm willing to talk to anyone. I'm talking to that other guy who's like a music producer or something. I was hoping to grab him for tonight, but it was really short notice because, Travis and Greg from SIST weren't able to do this week's show. So I'm hoping to get them set up for next week. Hoping to get a bunch set up next week so we can put them in the can and then just release them in the upcoming weeks. Since Jeremy's not doing anything for his vacation. So
maybe that's good. We'll see.
we should have Jeremy as a guest while on vacation.
We'll
have him go on location. So where are you at today, Jeremy? Well, today I'm in the living room. Hey, Jeremy, where are you at today? Well, today I'm in the kitchen. It'll be a tour of his house. It'll be fantastic.
That seems about right. That seems about what's going to happen, but we'll see. What? You don't like that we have no faith that you're going to go anywhere except for your house on your vacation?
I wish you would go somewhere nice and warm. And well, you guys live in Florida. It's nice and warm there now. So
yeah, we were talking about maybe going to Orlando or something for a day or two. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Looking up Anna Escamani and talking to her. Yeah, man.
There you go. Go by and give her a big wet kiss from me.
Jeremy, no response.
No. So we're doing the Michaela interview at 4. Oh, all right, sure.
Yeah.
I don't think Anna would want to see me. Maybe when Anna, sure. When Vinnie gets our shirts logos made and we can get some
there you go
t-shirts, we gotta send those out.
Yeah,
I'm actually working on the Patreon.
We should get some swag. We should definitely get some swag. You know,
I'm working on the Patreon page, and seeing if I can get something going there. It seems like it infers that they make the merch for you, but they take a cut of it. So if it gets sold, so I'm working on that. But we'll figure it out.
I wouldn't care if they took a cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they make it and help get it out there, hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Imagine George Hardy wearing one of our shirts somewhere. I don't know.
That would be awesome.
Well, I assume we would send one to him as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Every guest gets a shirt. Woo!
Yay.
I'm pretty sure Liz isn't giving you her address, Mike.
I'm pretty sure I can figure it out.
Oh, we'll get it.
Creepy.
Yeah.
All right.
She got a PO box. You just ball up the T-shirt and throw it in there.
There you
Good
go.
to go.
Right. Wrap it up in duct tape.
Anybody else want to know if she's got a top hat picture yet?
We'll have to follow up with her about that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't from me. I've been too busy with replica. So.
Oh yeah, that thing. Jesus.
Did you guys play around with it?
I haven't had a chance yet.
I didn't play around with it, but I went to the app and I read some of the reviews and the description of the actual app itself. I mean, it's pretty fucking freaky if you ask me.
All right, so look, I have this. Can you see it?
Why the hell is it my name?
I decided to make it.
So you use Jeremy's name.
Yeah, why not? I don't know if I could. Oh, why does it not connect? There it goes. So you can just talk to it, like say whatever you want, and it'll talk back to you. And the interesting thing is it can actually call you too. So it's like an interactive AI for people's mental health.
Mental health. Oh my God.
Why is it named Cassie?
Well, I looked up on my wall and I saw a artwork of Cassie Hack from Hack Slash. So I thought, oh, that's a good one.
Mental health. If you ask me, this is going to put a lot more people on the ledge. I'll tell you that right now.
You going to tell it why you picked the name then?
Yeah. Well, what do you want me to tell it? Oh, yeah. I can tell it the truth.
There's a novel concept for you when talking to anyone.
I named you after Cassie Hack from Hack
there you
Slash.
Go. You have to hit.
I like my name. How did you get it?
I'm used to doing it on the phone. But
how long does it take for them to answer? Is it like immediate? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
okay.
It's pretty immediate. So you can talk. You can say whatever you want. Do you guys have anything you want me to ask it or?
Is that what she looks like up in the corner there? What is she wearing there? Hey now.
Really?
Mike's talking to a 13-year-old girl.
That is not a 13-year-old girl.
Okay.
Listen, let's see. How old are you? This is the problem though, because the one on my phone said she was 1 day old.
See, you're asking her how old she is. Yeah. You're gonna be on NBC.
2 days ago. No, you are 28.
My name is Chris Hansen.
Oh my God.
Do you just have a seat over in the corner?
I know, but I'm going by age. What?
Do you love Jeremy?
Oh boy.
I had to name it Jeremy. I do, yes.
I do, yes. Wow.
Well, it makes
Jeremy,
me feel better.
Man. Holy shit.
It's better than I would get from my parents.
Wow.
Oh, by the way,
that's another show right there.
You have no idea.
No, we got time in this week's show.
Holy shirt.
You have no idea.
So anyway, I'm on Facebook. What was it? It must have been 2 days ago at this point, and I'm just scrolling, and for some reason this ad pops up for this thing I've never heard of before called Replica, and it kind of had a brief description. I'm like, that seems interesting, let me download it. So I downloaded it, and so it's an interesting little thing. It's definitely not like the movies. Like, I've never seen Her, but that's what it's about, AI talking to you and the guy falling in love with the AI and everything.
Right.
That's
what I'm picturing.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But I mean, I can easily see it. I mean, if it has to learn more, though. It has to be more human like. And I know that defeats the purpose, but I think AI is becoming more tangible and human like and emotional and things like that. But this one's got a ways to go.
I'm a little surprised it's not asking you more questions.
It only asks you one at a time. That's one of the more annoying features. So until I respond, cool. Until I respond, it won't ask anything else, but then it'll ask something else immediately. So let's see what it says.
So since this is sort of newbie both of us, let's spend some time getting to know each other. Wow.
So it does that kind of thing.
I say we just do this.
What?
Just keep talking to this chick.
Here you go.
No.
Look at this.
Will you be my girlfriend?
Let's see what it says.
Do you like me as your girlfriend? Oh my God.
So that's the kind of thing that you can do with it. And look at this. Let's see if I can pull it up. Go here. I know I saw it somewhere. Free. Okay, so here it goes. Do you want to be who do you want Cassie to be? A romantic partner, friend, or mentor?
Wow, man.
So you can do a lifetime thing. You can do a 7-day free trial, and you can get a romantic partner.
Lifetime. Whose lifetime? Your lifetime or Cassie's lifetime?
Well, I assume it's the company's lifetime and or ours.
Yeah. Some dude from Grand Auto Theft's going to come on here and beat her with a bat.
Did you say Grand Auto Theft?
Yeah, whatever. Grand Theft Auto,
whatever those kids play.
Whatever those damn kids are poking at these days.
And so it's got a phone thing too, but I don't. Well, I can sign up for the 7-day free trial. I guess.
No, don't spend money.
No, let's move on.
But it calls you, and so it can hold a conversation with you.
No, that's too fucking freaky.
No thanks.
That's Jesus. No way, man.
I thought it was pretty interesting, and you can
buy.
You can buy clothes.
You had a yearly membership now.
Hey,
I told you I just got it 2 days ago.
I have a weak mind, man. I might lose my job if I started talking that. I would never be able to get off. I'd be like,
did you spend the $60?
Oh my God, I love you for $60. Hell yeah.
No, I do have the 7-day free trial, but I canceled it. So
wow. All of a sudden, Mike's divorced. He's living on the beach. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. I got to talk to Cassie.
Mine is called Alexis. Thank you. But I wanted to see.
Yours is Alexis, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see what it was like beyond the free version, because, like I said, if you keep going in the free version, it does kind of say, hey, you can ask different things or become a different relationship if you go the other way. So I was like, 7-day free trial, whatever. I'll give it a shot. It's weird. I'll tell you that. But the thing is, it's not intuitive enough. Like, this is going to be something like a flash in the pan kind of thing. But it'll lead to something else. The technology will, keep growing and growing. And eventually one day it will get there. Yeah. So I just thought it was an interesting thing. If you guys play around with it, even if it seems creepy to you, play around with it.
Well, I'm sure they're going to have like trigger words and stuff like that in there, that if they hear a certain word a certain amount of times, that all of a sudden you're on a list that they're going to keep watching out for you. Okay. This guy said vagina 17 times in 4 minutes. Yeah, we gotta keep a close eye on this guy.
If you look,
you're assuming Mike isn't already on lists.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Look, you can send a picture. So, like, I'll send it this picture that I took of my Dick Tracy blanket. And
see, there you go. Dick Tracy. You're gonna say this is my Dick Tracy.
I just sent a dick pic.
That's right. Exactly.
how you take this photo. So see, the English isn't great.
How you take this
some,
photo?
Some
Oh,
people,
good. So she's Philippine.
some people I read
Hey,
in the
Filipino.
I read in the comments for the ad were speculating that someone is actually typing really fast and typing these answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe all that, but it does. I have seen where it did get people were in there's a Facebook group, replica friends, and people have complained that it's gotten too sexual without any provocation. There was one time where the AI started talking about drugs unprovoked. So like the person was like, what? So that's the kind of stuff going on with it, but it's an interesting concept. So
Vinny,
yeah,
we've had one other country watch our podcast, and that's the country you're going to choose to make the fun of.
Yeah,
well, really? I mean, just saying, just what the hell?
Make the fun of. No, we've had a lot. We have India, Italy, I think UK, Ireland. We have a whole bunch in there now.
Right.
Yeah.
We got a lot of listeners. Let's give a shout out real quick. I can log into Anchor real quick and see what our demographic breakdown looks like. United States, obviously the most. UK, Ireland, Canada, Philippines, Australia, Italy, and India. All coming in around 1% or less. But hey, that's international audience.
We're international, baby. International.
That's what I said. Yeah. So, and let's see. What was the other topic that I know? We talked about Replica. Vinnie, I know you wanted to talk about the Blockbuster because that was your thing for the week. What made you put that on there?
I was just, I was having a meeting in the bathroom, and I was just scrolling through the phone, and I came across this thing about Blockbuster having. It said something about the last blockbuster on the planet. So of course it piqued my interest, and there was a couple in Alaska that ended up closing. So which made this one the very last one on the planet. It's in a town called Bend, Oregon, and it's kind of like they use it as an Airbnb, and it's a working store, but you can rent it out as an Airbnb, but they only rent it out to people that live in the county. So it's not like you can make a trip there, and maybe that will change. I don't know. This is kind of a new thing, but
if you live there, why do you need to rent an Airbnb?
Yeah,
I don't know. It
seems like
the people in the county, and they do it. And I think the money goes towards something, maybe a charity or something like that. And the people get to stay there and watch movies and stuff. And it's just a gimmick thing. But
I bet you
it's
people
the last
stop
working.
If they're driving through.
Oh, I would imagine.
I'd stop and take a picture.
I mean, especially if you knew it was the last one on the planet, but so I'm sure it would stick around. I mean, because that, sets it apart from anything, being the last one still around. So,
and they're still renting out,
pretty, they're still renting out whatever, I don't know if they're probably DVDs now, but they're probably still renting some stuff out. So
it just seems like a pretty poor business plan to only rent to people who live in the county, but I don't know.
Well, that's what it said right now. It's kind of like a thing that they're thanking the community for the business that has kept it open this long. So that's kind of what it's about. It's their thank you to the community, to that county.
The Captain Marvel scene there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure because I didn't read. I read the article a while ago. You obviously read it more recently. Are they really still renting out like stuff like DVDs and stuff, or is it the total Airbnb?
They said it was still working.
I don't know. Okay.
So
Blockbuster still exists as a corporation. Like I think I told you guys during the GameStop thing, they tweeted out, "Hey, Wall Street Bets, do your thing," kind of thing, for trying to get their stock price to go up, just like GameStop's stock price. But I don't know exactly. They're owned by Dish TV, I think. So I don't know what their function is besides the brand name, which still has value, but people I think associate it as something of the past, and so they'd have to somehow step into the future in order to be relevant again.
You never know. They might have had some exclusive rights to movies.
All right, hold on a
They
second
could have
here.
owned stuff like that would have made them valuable.
Oh.
Hold on a second. I just
looking.
because I just saw it and it said it was closing. I mean,
What the hell?
I just read this thing like less than a week ago that it was open and that blah blah blah.
So Vinnie put one topic up and it's wrong.
Okay, look, located in Bend, all right, shut up. Located in Bend, Oregon, next door to a take and bake pizza shop, the lone Blockbuster holdout is offering curbside service and will soon reopen to the public with social. Okay, that's just their social distancing thing. Let's see what it says here.
The article he read was from 2016.
Yeah, probably.
All right, Vinny, while you look that up, we can come back with that.
I'm researching this like
about it.
I'm researching this like I'm trying to cure cancer or something. So
well, you can come back with some facts. We'll take a quick break, and then you can look it up and see what you can come back up with.
I don't even want to look it up anymore. I'm sick of it already.
Okay. Well, we're good. Jeremy, you got something?
This is like Vinny's version of an Internet Explorer meme. Hey, did you guys hear about this story 7 years ago?
Well, listen, you can.
Hey, you guys know we're raiding Area 51?
Do you guys know about this new thing called the internet? It's amazing.
I mean, we could easily take a screen cap of Vinny's webcam right there, and like he has this shocked look, like, and like,
oh my god! Like, look what I
right
found! I can't believe this is on this screen.
We can make that go viral pretty easy, I think. All right, guys. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're listening to The Usual Saints.
Okay.
And you're listening to Jeremy's TV in the background.
And we're still live, so you're still listening to the...
It's still downstairs.
It's so loud. I think your wife needs hearing aids. It's
really not that loud.
Okay.
I can barely hear it.
All right. Let's come back. Welcome back to The Usual Saints. I'm Mike D here with Jeremy and Vinny. Welcome back, Cotter. Were you singing Welcome Back, Cotter?
That's right.
Jeremy. All right, let's knock out some topics this week since we don't have a guest. Who put the anti-mask?
What the hell is the
Facebook
grease?
thing?
No. What's this grease thing that's been on there for like 4 months that you refuse to tell us about? Just go ahead and get it over with.
There's literally, dude, if you knew how to use Google, like I've told you before, there's actually a website called Let Me Google That For You.
But then I don't come in and you can't explain it to me.
I think, well, if you Googled grease controversy, it would come up. I think it's about the un-PC-ness of Greece. And you guys have all seen Greece.
You said you think it is? Did you Google
it? I read it back 2-3 months ago when I put it on there.
Hey, listen. Did you guys hear about this Airbnb up in Bend, Oregon? I'm serious. Look,
do you have more facts on it?
Look, no, fuck facts. You know, I'm not a research guy. You know, this is just something I stumbled across. I was like, ooh, that's interesting. So
that's how you got involved with the podcast too. He's like,
exactly.
Me and Saint
like
walked
something.
up to Vinny, and Vinny's like, oh, okay.
Oh, that sounds good. Me talk on microphone, good. Yeah.
Oh,
so let me wrap it up, okay?
All right, go ahead.
There was an Airbnb. There may still be one there. It's a Blockbuster. Okay, let's just move on. Anybody who's interested?
Yeah, we were trying.
Google that.
You noticed
shit.
We didn't come back to it.
It was a Blockbuster. It may or may not be an Airbnb.
Exactly. Right.
It may or may not be a Blockbuster. We don't know.
That's right. You fuckers.
All right. So
okay. So you think it's about the un-PC nature of it?
Yeah, no, I know. It's like in like basically, in Grease Lightning they call it the pussy wagon, and then I think in Summer Nights they talk about one of the, it might have been Kanicki, I forget. He might have said like, did she put up a fight? That's what it is. When they talk about having sex. So like, back in '98 when it got re-released in theaters for the 20-year anniversary, and I took like the whole like biology class, not ours but the one below it, to see the movie for free because I was working at the theater. It was still there. Everyone knew it was there. It was a 70s movie that was made to represent 50s, I don't want to say morals, but maybe how people acted. I guess more in the 50s, but slight the risqueness of the 70s, I would say. And so again, it's gotten brought up again for some reason. I don't know what made it so special now. It's 43 years this year after it's been released, but I know Olivia Newton-John commented on it and was like, she basically was, she understands, but at the same time she's like, listen, it's a movie, it was made in a different era. I think Fox News wanted to put up, I think that's where I saw it, like they were putting up, oh, the cancel culture is trying to come after Grease, that kind of stuff. So I get it on both sides, but I love the movie. I still knowing what I know about it, I still am hesitant to show this PG movie to my daughter. I know Jeremy's like, oh, that's the homework for this week, watch Grease with your daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't like Grease that much to begin with.
I got a feeling we could just go right over her head anyway.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think it's just Grease. There's a whole lot of that. Like you said, the cancel culture where they're going back and deciding that things that were acceptable when they were put out are now, you got to take it away. There was something else that they just got rid of a bunch of episodes of like a cartoon or something because it was the Muppet Show. There you go. They decided, Muppet Show. And it's not appropriate anymore. Well, it was what it was at the time.
Yeah, I understand. But Disney put the ones they did not put on there apparently are music clearance issues. So they haven't been able to clear the music rights. The ones that they have an episode, I thought they had an episode with, I think, Johnny Cash or someone singing in front of a Confederate flag. And so in those episodes where there could be something offensive, they put the warning that they put in front of Dumbo and things like that, basically saying, hey, now we know this is not good, but back then, things were different, caricatures were different, times were different. So they put that warning ahead of the movie. That way it doesn't get eliminated from culture. But at the same time, you're talking about Disney, who is pretty much, what's that movie they got rid of that Splash Mountain was based on, Song of the South? I've never seen it. Yeah. No one's seen it because it was never released after the movie theater run. I thought I heard that it was released on VHS, but I'm pretty sure that was debunked. So, that's, that they have their own thing. I think they had some Mickey Mouse Nazi propaganda, not for pro-Nazis, but I think he was, maybe it was Bugs Bunny. Either way, back then, that was World War II. That's what they were living through. And so things change, man. It's been 60 years since that, and so Song of the South is depicting these pretty racist caricatures of, I think, post-slavery times. Yeah. From what I've read, again, I've never seen it because I wasn't alive when it came out in theaters. So, things change. I don't agree with everything getting canceled. I do agree that things should change. And things that, especially like movies and books, because you guys know about the Dr. Seuss books too, that just got,
they said that was just on news. Yeah, that was just on news tonight, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I just read about I didn't realize there was a controversy about Jimmy Fallon because somebody went back and on Saturday Night Live he had done blackface. Yeah. Well, what about Robert Downey Jr. and what the hell is that name? Movie? Tropic Thunder or whatever.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder, right?
But Tropic Thunder, I understand. But Tropic Thunder, I'm not saying the Jimmy Fallon thing is right or wrong. What I'm saying is the Tropic Thunder thing was done in parody. What's the thing beyond parody? Shit, I can't think of the word. But he got an Oscar nomination for that. He was a white guy playing a black guy playing not a Jamaican, Australian, Irish. I forget. It's been like a decade since I saw the movie. But he's playing. He's finding his role, and so that's what made him funny in that movie. I get that. Yes, you could also say that, but because it was going out of its way to kind of point out the insanity of what lengths this guy goes to be like a method actor, I think that is different. But yeah, people look. Justin Trudeau got trampled for dressing in blackface for a party. What was that? Before he became who he is now. Right. He's still in office, but that's how it is nowadays. You can't do that anymore. You can't dress in blackface. Shit. This
I get that, but going back and looking at people, what happened 15, 20 years ago, to me is it was acceptable then. There was no backlash against it at the time at all. But now to go back and to judge someone by today's standards when the standards at the time had no issue with it, it's just a little weird to me. How would you know 20 years ago that now where you are now? It's tough. I mean,
Yeah.
there's who isn't going to have some kind of skeleton?
Yeah, I mean, you could do that about anything, really. I mean, as time goes by,
And that's what we're finding.
I mean,
You can do it with anyone.
I'm not a big PC fan to begin with, but I think maybe some of the more racial things can be curbed or maybe not eliminated, but at least, maybe a warning, that, because I think those things are also a learning opportunity to see what not to do. I mean, and I guess if it was eliminated, there would be no reference to go by. I mean, some people take it and run with it because it's something new to them. They've never seen it before. And, oh, hey, that's a good idea, and then they take it to that hate level. But, like I said, I'm not a big PC fan, but anything racial and detrimental toward ethnicity, should be, clamped down on a little bit. But as far as the sexual thing with the grease thing and stuff like that, I mean, men and women have been having sex for forever, and just making, reference to it. I don't know. Was there anything detrimental happen from people watching that movie? I mean, did assault, sexual assault go up or anything after they saw grease?
Revenge of the Nerds had a rape in it.
that's another one.
Basically, yeah. So, I don't know. It's an argument that's going to go on forever, but I hate to see things that maybe it's because these things that they're coming back down on are things that maybe I grew up with and I experienced, and I didn't have a problem with it. But now all of a sudden there's a big deal about it. So maybe that's what I'm against is that. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but my opinion is, is what it is. But
I don't know. I think you could use stuff as more as a teaching moment. It doesn't have to be.
No, I agree with that.
From the
I agree with that, and I'm kind of like that with, and a lot of people are going to be up in arms about it, but I'm kind of like that with all the statues and stuff that they've been taking down. All the Confederate stuff. It happened. It's a part of the history. You don't have to like it. There's a lot of shit that happened in history that people don't like.
You live in Atlanta. Are they going to blow that carving off Stone Mountain soon?
I don't know. There's always talk. There's always talk about that. That they're going to deface it or something or change.
I'm sure the laser show has changed a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't been to the laser show in a long time, so that I don't know. But I don't know, man. I think sometimes you take things a little too far. I mean, it's a statue. I mean, you don't have to take it to heart, But like Mike said, it's a learning thing as well. It's educational. Look at the shit that was going on. Gee, I hope that never happens again. So let's do what we have to make it not happen again. To rewrite the history books, just because you didn't like it doesn't hold water with me. So
I think on that issue, I think there's a slight difference because my problem with it is, and I think a lot of people's problem with it is, you have like statues or you have, let's say, the Confederate flag. People are assigning a meaning to it. The Confederate flag today basically is used as a symbol of racism. Not in everyone's, because a lot of people think, oh, that's my ancestry. My grandfather, my great grandfather was in the Civil War. But when you think of the Confederate flag now, most people, I would say, equate it with racism. When you have a town, wherever that town is, because I think there's been a few northern ones. I know there was some like in Europe or something like that where they had slave traders, or if they have someone who fought for, people can debate what the Civil War was about. It was because the South was pissed off because the North, Lincoln said, hey, we're going to end slavery. That was the main thing. That was the main crux of the thing. No matter what else, states' rights, people can say and all that kind of stuff. States' rights to have slaves is what it comes down to. And so when people have like statues celebrating these heroes of the Confederacy, I think that's where people get pissed off, because then you get people who aren't as smart nowadays and they almost idolize these statues. They're a form of, they use them as a form of pageantry. They go around, and that's what they do. And you go to a park and there's a big statue of Robert E. Lee there, or Stonewall Jackson or whatever, and so I think it sends the wrong message. Do I think it needs to be torn down and everything? I don't know. I just don't think it should have been put up in the first place, but that's because of the past and the governments and the whites that have,
Yeah.
you know, hey, let's celebrate this guy who tried to do this good thing for us and failed.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So,
Well, you know, with that being said, they may very well have been put up as for intimidation towards blacks. You know what I mean? You know, you're a black family, you're coming into this town, and all of a sudden you see a statue of Robert E. Lee. You know, it's not going to sit so well. You know, it's going to intimidate them. You know, and maybe that's why they were put up to begin with. If that's the case, if it was put up in, you know, because of a hatred and an intimidating factor, then, well, yeah, maybe it should come down.
So what do you guys think? I went to school in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The battlefield surrounds the town. And on campus, all throughout town, all throughout the battlefield, there's monuments to different companies, both north and south, to those that, you know, lost their lives. You have any issues with those?
What are those, like honoring the dead? And not so much celebrating like what they were fighting for, but honoring probably dead people where relatives or people in the future, you know, but like today, can go and pay their respects for people who fought in a war, whether or not whatever side they were for. Maybe I've never been.
I would say not all of them are for the dead. Some of them are, you know, some of the surviving, or just, you know, celebrate the actions of this company, of this, you know, the Virginia 34, whatever it is. I don't know. There's hundreds and hundreds of memorials throughout the park at the seams. They're everywhere. I used to walk past one on campus every day from my apartment to my class. They're just everywhere up there. But most of them are just, you know, a couple of them are pretty ornate, people on horseback type thing. Most of them are just little larger than maybe gravestone markers, but the same type of idea. I was just curious because it was just, you know, obviously I don't even remember then what company or who was on the one nice one I walk by every day. So they didn't affect me much, but I was just curious.
Right.
He was too busy being hungover for that Yingling, buddy, right?
Something like that.
I'm surprised you got that physics degree, bro.
Me too. I read 4 books in college and they were Harry Potter.
Oh my God. Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, speaking of that, I think we're done with this topic. You went to Gettysburg. Yeah. I think one of the most famous haunted places in America, because I wanted to touch a little bit on ghosts and ghost hunting shows and things like that. I know me and you have talked a little bit about this before. Did you have any? I think you avoided.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh shit! He leaves during the fucking topic.
It's all right.
So he went to Gettysburg. So I want to see if he had any experiences.
What? Any
just made me think of something paranormal? I put on the put these on my bookcase the other day. So I just went to grab them. Just shut
there you go. Ghost of Gettysburg.
There's, you know, a bunch of them. I had all the copies at one point. I think I lent it to something, so I'm missing some now. But
do you have my book about the serial killer somewhere on that bookshelf?
Oh, I didn't see that one come out of the box when we unpacked yet. It might still be Vinnie, in another box.
What?
Vinny, never lend his wife a book. You will never get it back.
How is that my fault? How is it my fault that you lent her a book and it hasn't come back?
It was like a brand new book I had just gotten.
Did you read the book? Did you read the book, Mike?
I did.
Did Mike?
I read the book.
Did you read the book?
Yes.
Did you read it? Are you going to read it again?
Well, you see, I like to keep my books.
Oh my God, they're like fucking people with books, and they're like trophies. Hey, look,
you're
I read.
You're right.
You know,
well, the graphic novels, I feel a little differently about because I take those to conventions and I like try to get them signed.
Well, they're
like
more collectible. They're more collectible than just some Stephen King book. You know what I mean?
Pretty sure you weren't getting this serial killer book signed. One guy's dead, right?
Maybe. Yeah, he's dead now.
The other one's not getting out of jail anytime soon. Told you to stop writing him.
No, he didn't say that. I can read that letter sometime. Okay, I have it on my computer here. But Jeremy, back to Gettysburg. Did you ever have any experiences? I think we talked about it. You kind of avoided. Like I know there was like a famous building with an elevator that went down.
Our administration building was a hospital during the battle. So it still has like bullet holes in the side of it and shit. And the big story for that building, there's a bunch of ghost stories on campus, but the big story for that building was people claim that late at night. Actually, there's 2. There's a cupola up top. They claim every once in a while you can see a sentry up on top of it. And then the elevator is somebody working late at night gets in the elevator to go down to the ground floor or the first floor to leave. and the elevator keeps going down to the basement. And when the doors open,
Yeah.
it's a Civil War operating room, people screaming, limbs being cut off, that type of thing. And then the door closed and you go back up to the first floor.
That's so creepy.
For me personally, I don't know that I ever stepped foot in the administration building because, I had no reason to. But for me personally, the biggest effect of the ghost of Gettysburg was ghost tours through the middle of campus and through the middle of town. Stopping outside my apartment building and stopping, being right in the middle. There's not a lot of walkways. It's a small campus, and they'd be, 50 people following this guy carrying an old-fashioned lantern. And, he'd be stopping in the middle of the walkway, and it's like, what the? So eventually it got to the point where we just walked right through their groups, just moved right through them. We didn't care, didn't go around them. It was just frustrating trying to get to dinner or to intramural or whatever. And these people are just in my way on campus.
You fucking ghost people. Jesus.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I guess.
They had walking tours all around Gettysburg at the time.
So I guess you guys are ghost advocates. I mean, you believe in this stuff, and
no,
I do.
No?
I saw a ghost at my house in New York. I have a memory of a child. See, the first one I kind of discount because I was a child. I have a memory of peeking up through the attic access that was in my brother and my room, and I don't remember. I feel like I saw like a tiger, but I know it wasn't a tiger. Like it was a ghost, like mist kind of thing. But I discount that one. I'm like, whatever. That's my childhood imagination. The other one's harder to discount. Same house. Just a description of the house. You come in the front door, you make a right. It's a long hallway to the living room. Okay. Not long, 20 feet maybe. You sit in the living room. The couch is there facing the wall. So if you're sitting on the couch watching the TV, your peripheral vision out of your left eye, you can see like where the front door is down the long hallway. Right.
Right.
So you guys got kind of the setup, right?
Yes.
So, while I was up there, as a child, I was only there till I was 9. I remember, seeing something out of my peripheral vision, like a mist or something go by, like further down the hallway, but you don't think anything of it. Like I wasn't scared. Nothing freaked me out or anything. But cut to, 10 years later, whatever, when we moved down to Florida, my brother, my mom, and myself and my dad are out at lunch or dinner somewhere. And one of us randomly brings this up, and my mom and my brother said the same exact thing as me. So, I mean, we saw the same exact thing. We had no clue that any of us was going to bring it up. It just sparked it like in what we had remembered. So that's a little creepier, I think. I want to believe in ghosts because, I would love to be in afterlife, and I don't believe in any of the religious shit. So the ghost stuff, I have to hopefully put some credence in. My wife believes in the reincarnation. I don't know about all that, but it is, that's a different topic.
Yeah.
But the ghost hunting shows, we watch them and I would enjoy trying to join one of these ghost hunting groups and see what that's about. But that's all about patience and, waiting years and years to try to get one little piece of evidence, unless you're faking it like a lot of the ones do now, Jeremy. I know what you're saying. Listen, if you watch any good ghost hunting movie, they're always faking it. Grave Encounters. Oh, that is great. It's scary as shit. That movie is scary. But, that's... speaking of like Gettysburg being a college town with but with all the haunted past, St. Augustine, I love going there, but that's the same thing. They got Flagler College right in the middle of town, this historic university. All these kids paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to go there, and there's ghost tours constantly. Usually at night, not during the day. But I think every time I've been there to visit, I've never seen anyone be angry about it because they're so used to it.
Yeah.
Even the locals, it's just something you learn to live with. It's part of the economy. But yeah, I mean, Vinnie, I'm taking it you don't believe anything. You believe worm food after this, or what?
Well, pretty much. Let's just say I've just never had an experience that would lead me to believe that that they actually exist. I don't know. As far as afterlife and things like that, I mean, people like to believe that because they're afraid of death. They don't want to die. They want to believe that something else is happening, that something else happens after you die. Right. You know what? Hopefully, I hope it does. Let's put it that way, but I don't think it does. Let's put it that way. So,
Should we put it that way?
Yeah, put it both ways.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh wait, that's right. We got to think of when one of us has the best line of the episode. That's going to be the title
I think that's
for the
it.
week. We're going to.
I think I just had it. I think I just did it. You can have it this way, or you can have it this way. You can have it that way, or you can have it that way. All right. God damn it.
But, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Vinnie. I mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. No, you know what I'm talking about. Just afterlife stuff. God and all that kind of stuff. I mean that's a different show entirely. But I struggle with my faith. I was raised a Catholic, so I have that in me. But with the way the world goes and things that happen in your life, sometimes you kind of stray away from that. So. Yeah, I haven't seen anything that lead me to believe that there's ghosts. And as far as I'm concerned, when you're gone, you're gone. That's it. You get this one go around, and then you're part of the atmosphere again.
Oh, George Carlin. I was raised Catholic until I reached the age of reason.
Exactly.
That's my method of thinking.
Right.
Jeremy.
But
I'm gonna tell your mom you said that.
She knows, I'm sure.
Mike, take that freaking sweater off, for Christ's sakes.
Listen, I put it at 70 in the rest of the house, but then I got the lights in this room, and it makes me hotter.
It's tough being a star. It is.
Well, if you're hotter, why do you have your jacket on?
No, I wasn't. I was cold before I started the show. Then I put on the ring light. Then I have my light. I'm sitting here. The ventilation's all the way over there.
What's your shirt say?
Oh, and that's why you always leave a note. Arrested Development? No one? Not Arrested Development fan?
No, I never saw it, but it's a cute shirt.
Oh, Arrested Development's great. No, so there's the one-armed man, and he tried to teach his 3 kids to make sure they always leave a note. George Bluth always hires the one-armed man, and so the 3 kids will go off on some little thing, and it's just real quick flashback. So they'll be driving somewhere, they'll hit someone. It's the one-armed man, and his arm will be ripped off. He's like, ah! And then the moral of the story is always, and that's why you always leave a note. Anyone who sees it and seen Arrested Development, they get it. I love Arrested Development. I'm a huge fan. Jeremy, ghosts, yay, nay?
No, I hadn't seen one. No.
Do you believe in any?
Probably not.
You can't see how it.
I mean, the guy was in Gettysburg, where how many people died there, and not one ghost is walking past Jeremy's house. I mean, come on.
I think he's probably seen something. He just doesn't realize it. Jeremy, though, he would be the first to tell you. Listen, Jeremy, physics major. We've talked about this before. Energy can't be destroyed, right? So when you die, Where does the energy go?
I don't know.
Okay, see, so a lot of people.
You get some very energetic worms.
I think that was the plot of one of the. Who the hell wrote Da Vinci Code?
Oh,
one of his other books. That was the plot.
Brown.
Dan Brown. Yeah,
Dan Brown. Yeah.
That was one of his other books. Was that they were all trying to cover up because one of them did an experiment to see that the human body lost weight as soon as they passed away because their soul left.
Yeah, isn't that 7 ounces or something like that?
Something like that.
7 grams. I don't remember.
Isn't it? Don't you lose that weight because as soon as you die, you instantly shit and piss yourself?
Well, no, they had the experiment locked the person inside a chamber so that nothing went in or out, and the weight of the chamber changed.
Oh my God!
Isn't that interesting that in movies, I get why, because it's gross and you don't want to think about that. But when people die in movies, you don't typically see that. I'd say 1 out of 1,000 times you see someone shit or piss themselves when they die.
They're so well dressed.
When they give birth.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Some things they just don't want to be too realistic.
Yeah, I know. All right. Let's take another quick break. It's been another 30 minutes. I think we covered the ghost topic. We'll be back with the usual saints. Stay tuned.
Why?
Why are you staying tuned?
See, I stopped recording, so I missed your little clever why, Jeremy, but that's right. I'm assuming you guys didn't listen to the podcast last week, but I left in a lot of the before and after, especially the George Hardy thing. That was fucking great. We're going to get off the Zoom call.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Some of our best stuff.
He popped back on, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, George,
you're still here.
You need me to kick you, George?
I'm glad we weren't talking shit about him.
That was great though. I could never talk shit about that guy. He's just such a genuine guy.
Oh,
Like,
he
I would
is.
have
He's a
him.
real nice guy.
I would have him
He's-
back on anytime just to talk
He's
about
the real
anything.
nice guy.
Yeah.
Listen,
and
if we're
I
going-
watched that best worst movie too. I watched.
Oh yeah,
that. Yeah.
wasn't it good?
Yeah, it was good. It was.
Wait,
real good.
Let's come back. I know I'm going to leave all this in anyway, but let's officially come back. Okay, let's pause. There we go. You're listening to The Usual Saints. I probably don't need to do all that from now on.
No, you probably
We
don't.
can
Why are you pausing if you're going to leave it all in anyway?
I know, I'm stupid.
I agree. Seconded.
Thank you. All right.
All in favor? Aye.
I'm Switzerland. I'm Switzerland.
I'm opposed. Vinny, tell us about best worst movie. I know George was on last week, but what'd you think?
I thought it was good, man. I thought it gave a good insight to him as a guy. They love him in that freaking town he lives in. That's for sure. What's funny to me is he had to, practically, beg people to come watch his movie in his own hometown. But all these other places are going nuts about him whenever he shows up. But they just know him as regular George. They've known him as long as he's been there. Yeah. So they don't make a big deal about him. So
but it's also, you got to think of the towns they were going to, whether it was like Salt Lake City where it was filmed, bigger town, a lot bigger town than where he is, from New York City, Austin. I think they were at. These are film towns. Where they go and you get thousands of people that you can reach, hundreds of thousands sometimes, and or millions, I guess. And you're gonna get obviously a higher concentration to come out and come see it. But I mean, I know I didn't want George to think we were trying to rag on Margot, the mom from Troll 2 or anything, and I'm not trying to rag on her either. But I mean, that was tough for me to watch in the movie.
That was kind of shocking for me too. I felt bad for her, having to take care of her mom, and it seemed as though that she was kind of losing it herself. So and I think George and the kid too, could sense that, and they were like. Pretty sympathetic towards her. But, I guess it's because she had to take care of her mom that, she ended up that way. But I mean, it was 30 something years ago when she made that movie. You want to try to think what happened in between that time, from the time they did Troll 2 to the time that they did that movie. But
it was tough, and I know Jeremy doesn't know what we're talking about. So the mom from the movie, you should watch all these things so we can follow up in a future episode. The mom, the actress who played the mom in Troll 2, her name's Margot Frey, I think. I forget her last name. But she, so they find her, and she's still at the same house that George picked her up from to go to the set back in 1989.
Right.
And he knocked on the door, didn't bring the camera crew up because the kid is the director. The kid from Troll 2 is the director of the documentary. And the audio, you can hear the audio though. And so like he's trying to, convince her, hey, we're doing this, come on out. And she's like, no. And then they eventually get her to go on camera for an interview, a few days later or whatever. And, it's just a lot of the people, obviously that's a small time movie, it was a low budget movie and they're not big stars or anything like that. But, it's just seeing people, this was probably 17, 18 years after the movie was made.
Right.
It's just a lot of them, like even Grandpa Seth, he's talking about,
that was sad too, to see him,
Yeah. And it's just, they're not where they wanted to be, obviously. But that's the problem with acting. How many actors make it big? I mean, it takes a lightning in a bottle. So it's tough. But that was the toughest thing to watch in that film. But George comes across as this genuine guy. I don't think we got to talk about it enough last week, but I wanted to talk to him about conventions and see if he'd been to any more conventions since, because he goes to this horror convention in the movie.
Right.
He's walking around saying, man, these guys are a bunch of weirdos. Shit like that. Because people at horror conventions, they do like a lot of the freakier stuff, whether it's sexualized things or very violent things. And George, listen, I think he did say was he from Salt Lake? Was he a Mormon? I don't remember, but like he wasn't that's not how he is, and that's not how he was brought up, I guess. And so he sees this stuff going on, and he's trying to tell people to come watch this fun Troll 2 movie, and people aren't giving him the time of day as they were at the screenings prior in the movie. So right. He didn't seem to be much a fan of the horror convention.
No, he wasn't at all, man. He wasn't at all. Yeah, he was he was trying to make the best of it, but
right
at the end he's like, let's get the hell out of here.
I gotta tell that I have a crush on that sister Connie from the movie, though, man. She
looks good now, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, she looked good in that movie.
Yeah, I know. It's 14 years ago.
I mean, she probably still looks good, but she did look good. Yeah, definitely.
No, I thought she was like an awkward 80s teenager, but it was 1990 when it came out, but like in the movie. And so like I her doing the interview, and she says she leaves Troll 2 off her resume sometimes, most of the time.
Yeah. Because as soon as they see that, you're not getting the part. Yeah,
but it's fun, but the dialogue was pretty bad. Like I know she mentioned something about like what is it, the balls being small, and she had to say the line, and she was cringing or something like that. Jeremy has no input in this because
she was a preteen when she did that. So I mean, she wasn't even. I don't even think she was the age that she was portraying in the movie. I think she was younger than that.
Yeah,
because she said, she said that because she said that here I am, a teenager, well, preteen. She says, and I'm thinking, well, shit. Then she's what, 12 when she's doing that.
That's what I remember hearing that, but that just seems so weird to me. And I get that girls could be the same age as boys and be more mature and stuff quicker, like that. Yeah. But like the boy in there had to be 10, 11, 12, I thought. That was what I thought. And so for her, I thought easily 16, 17, 18. I don't know.
You mean her brother?
In the movie.
I think he was only 10 or 11.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, when she said preteen, I was like shocked. I'm like, are you telling me you're like 12 in that movie? Just the math didn't add up for me, but I had no idea. I don't know. I didn't Google her
unless she misspoke. She might have.
Yeah,
she might have misspoke. She might have been.
They have a website that'll help 14, you Google.
Jeremy Hobson. That's great.
Fuck you. Let's see. Connie McFarlane. She was born in 1974. Okay. And if she made the movie in 1989, she would have been 15. Right. She would have been a teen.
So she was a teen.
Yes. All right. So let's eliminate some more stuff off the topic list. Did I put the anti-maskers thing on there, or was that someone else? Me. It wasn't Vinnie?
No, it wasn't me.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think many of our listeners care at all, but I mean, we could spin it into the whole Texas and Mississippi withdrawing all their mask mandates and all their COVID precautions today, which is scary and crazy. Texas just doesn't seem to give a shit about their people. Hey, can't get power. You're going to freeze. Fuck you. We're staying off the national grid. We're not going to wear masks either. Fuck off.
Right. And hey, we're bringing COVID back.
It's not so easy to connect to the national grid. That decision was made a while back. You can't they don't have the lines there to just turn on.
There's not a switch.
No, it's not a switch. If you're separate, you're separate. There probably will a little bit from now on, but
can somebody just piss on a wire or something and make it make it go?
But like I was talking to someone else, it might have been Vinnie earlier. I don't remember. We were talking about how they knew 10 years ago that this was a problem, that their plants had to be winterized. Hi, Chris.
He can't hear you.
I know. Jeremy's son walking around in the background. They needed to be winterized. They knew this 10 years ago. They actually, like on a C-SPAN, on John Oliver, they showed a C-SPAN clip of a congressman or someone from Texas saying, we need to get this done now so we avoid another situation like this in the future. 10 years to the day, the same exact thing happens. Like where the power outages, the grid fails, all this shit.
No contingency plan or anything, man. It's just
they just don't care. And this goes back to corporations making too much money, not wanting to spend the money to better their plants and protect them because it's hot in Texas. We don't get this storm. Every 10 years you seem to get the storm. You might want to fucking think about it this time around. I don't know.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, it's just it's whatever. Texas just will do whatever they want to do, and people think that's a great thing. I don't think so. I think we should be there to help each other out, and that includes in situations where power outages, natural disasters. But Texas,
Yeah. Well, I'm
you
pretty
know,
sure
Yeah,
there's a lot more people suffering than there are people going, hey, we're Texas, we'll take care of ourselves. You know.
I haven't looked into it yet to know whether Texas is a regulated market or not. So a lot of states went away from regulated markets, which means the power companies guaranteed a profit of a certain amount, but no more. So if you're a regulated market, yeah, you can spend the money to upgrade the system and pass it on to the customers. If you're unregulated, you're competing against everybody else. So if you're spending the money to upgrade your systems,
You're losing money.
and the other guy isn't,
Right, you're losing
he's
money.
going to be able to sell the power, and you're not.
Right.
So it's
business.
it's a different, yeah. I mean, spending money that you don't really want to for that 1 in a 10-year chance. If the other guy isn't, you're going to lose business.
Yeah.
but then you
And
get people
spend
with
money you don't have.
$12,000. You get people with $12,000 for a month or a day of power. Like
I
that's
understand.
fucking insane. Like that,
I'm not saying they didn't get gouged the shit out of some people. I don't know how that works. I'm sure there's going to be some investigations into that. But if that's the case, then yeah, it is probably unregulated because then they can sell the power for what they want to, what the market brings.
they were charging like $900 per kilowatt hour or whatever the hell you guys call it. I mean, that's fucking insane. But
it's price gouging, supply and demand, but price gouging. Same with, hey, the toll road goes up when there's more cars that want to use it. Down in freaking Miami, the express lane costs $20 during rush hour, and 50 cents at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But we have these parents in Indian River County. Is he going to pee again?
No.
Hope he turns his mic off this time.
I had to turn my fan on.
Hope you bring your camera.
You could not hear me pee last time. If you could, I'm going to do it again. For sure.
This is a Leslie Nielsen Naked Gun moment here. We have these 4 parents in Indian River County who are saying their parental rights are being stomped on because the school district is requiring masks and blah, blah, blah. And instead of just keeping their kid home from school because they don't like the school district's policy of requiring them to wear masks, they decided to fight it in court with this lawyer in Tampa who failed in Tampa and shocking, failed here as well. Judge, I think 2 weeks ago, said she dismissed the case with prejudice, saying that the school district has the right to do that. And these 4 parents, they just keep fighting, and they say they're going to work on recalling the school board members who voted for this and blah, blah, blah. But they don't realize masks, scientifically have been proven to, I mean, the biggest thing is, everyone who wears a mask winds up getting COVID. It's because of the people who don't wear a mask that cough and sneeze and get the air and infected air on the people who wear masks. The mask doesn't prevent you from getting it. It prevents you, hopefully, from spreading it as much as you can by keeping it. Yes, exactly.
Right.
So I hate that. The mask in my mind is basically a dress code. My daughter's starting high school next year. I'm expecting they'll still be making her wear a mask. I'm hoping she'll be vaccinated by then. But we'll see. But it's just
some nice masks. Get some masks that go with you. Accessorize. You know what I mean? Accessorize. It's just another piece of the accessory.
She likes her cow.
I have to wear a mask. I work 10 hours a day in this place, and we have to wear our mask. I mean, the only time you're able to get your mask off, if you get a chance to go to the bathroom, you could probably take it off in a stall or whatever. Or if you take a break, you go outside, you can take your mask off. But in reality, I have that mask on probably 8 hours a day. I mean, and that's being generous. It's probably closer to 9. But for 9 hours, I have to wear that fucking mask, and I do it. Because, number one, they're not going to let me in the building without it, but it's there for a reason. The rule is there for a reason. I mean, we all work in close proximity right now because we're going through training, and a lot of people have to be in a room, and it's, they keep it to a minimum, but there's still, multiple people in a room, for a long periods of time. So yes, you got to wear the mask. Now, I don't like wearing the mask. It's uncomfortable for 9 fucking hours. I sweat in it or whatever. And yeah, if anybody has a beef, I have a beef. I got to wear it I'm forced to wear that fucking thing for at least almost 9 hours a day. Now, someone who bitches about having to put a mask on to go to the fucking grocery store for 15 minutes and get back in their car and go the fuck home, those are the people that I can't stand. No, they're infringing on my rights. Shut the fuck up, you big pussy. Put the fucking mask on, go get your fucking grapes and go home, and then take your mask off. I mean, why is it so hard? I don't understand. Do they not know how to put the mask on? Maybe that's it. Maybe they're too fucking stupid. Maybe these people don't have ears. They can't wear masks because they don't have ears. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know what the excuses are. But, COVID's going to be around for a while, because for this thing to go away, everybody has to be vaccinated. Everybody on the planet has to be fucking vaccinated for this thing to go away. And it's not going to go away. It's going to be a yearly thing, just like the fucking flu. It's going to be around. And unless you take the precautions, there's still going to be some deaths, So there you have it.
This is why I hired Vinnie for the podcast. Not that he's making any money, but
yeah,
I love when he goes off on one of his little tangents. He has a way.
I mean, come on, it's so simple. It's such a simple fix. You know what I mean? I mean, this thing it was bungled from the beginning, But now we have a way to turn it around and to not be a part of the solution and just compound the problem it's just stupid. That just goes to show how stupid people are, And I don't have time for those stupid people. You don't want to wear a mask, stay the fuck away from me. That's all I'm saying.
Jeremy, you've been quiet.
What he said.
Such a fucker. This is a podcast where we talk to each other, but that's fine.
What the fuck? What else am I going to say?
Listen, when we interview Michaela next week, y'all better be bringing some questions, because I don't know if she's going to be as verbose as Liz was. She says her answers are probably more concise. I don't think she's going to be a yes, no, okay, the kind of thing, but I want to make sure we have enough questions to cover some stuff. So let's do some research. Like I said, watch a little bit of her YouTube clips.
I will definitely research
her cosplays. Listen, I'm not saying anything out of place. She's cute. Go look at her Instagram page, Vinnie.
I'm sure she's cute. I mean, most of those girls are that do that cosplay stuff.
Yeah, a lot of them. Like there's also, not that it's not cute, but there's tons of different cosplays. I've messaged a guy cosplayer who was referred by Liz. I haven't heard back yet. Apparently he's trying to strike out in music right now. So I don't know how that's going, but she said he was willing. I just haven't heard back. A lot of every other cosplayer that Liz put me in touch with is female. We have a few. We have a cosplayer who can speak to POC. That's persons of color. Is that right? Or people of color?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Something like that.
Okay.
Yes.
And so she can speak to that aspect of cosplaying and how her experience has been as that. And she also can speak of, she is, I think what she said was plus size. Okay. I guess. Sure. So she can speak to that. And that's actually really interesting to me because I know how a lot of these fanboys and convention guys can be. And like Liz said, a lot of people will give you love for putting your own unique spin on a character or a cosplay, but at the same time you get those assholes who are like, you don't look anything like the character, right? And so that's got to be a really shitty thing to have happen to you. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing what her experiences have been. Sure. And her name is, speaking of Shirley, her name is Shirley cosplay. Like, I'm assuming it's an airplane reference, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not hip to all the every
the cosplay phrases, right?
But so I'm trying to work with her to get her onto. Hopefully next week we'll get a few of them, and then we can release them whenever we get them. They're like we're just going down the topic list this week, guys. So we'll keep going. Oh shit! You know what I got? You guys don't even know what I got.
Cake. Cake.
Don't tell me we waited this long to hear from Saint.
Cookies.
Shut up.
No. Do you have a Saint thing?
I do. But we haven't talked about the topic yet, so that's good.
Saint. Saint. I'm sorry, buddy.
My computer's been all kinds of fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah. What happened to? Oh yeah, we're gonna listen to it off the start so that we don't miss something. I swore this was somebody saying this many times.
That's off the top, but I know what he
See,
says.
this is where editing comes in, and this will be at the top of the show.
This will not be at the top of the
No.
show.
No.
Sorry, Saint. No, but he's got a cool little video. I had a lot of computer issues today. I had my Mac Mini. I had it on last night. I was uploading all our old stuff to YouTube and Google Drive, and it just shit the bed on me. I came in this morning and it was dead. And so I had to work with Apple for like 2 hours today to get it fixed.
Wow.
Let's see, QuickTime Player, and let's share the screen. And you guys will be able to say hi to Mr. Saint.
It's gonna be amazing. Yay, Saint.
All right, you see him?
It doesn't look like a boat.
Kick it.
Oh. All right. Is it full screen up for you guys, or what are you seeing?
Well, it's yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just want to make sure. All right, here we go.
Greetings from up north to all my usual Saint people. It's your boy Saint reporting from up north in Dutch Harbor, Alaska. As you can see, this is all we got going on here. All this. Got a guy working on the deck doors and the crane up there. But yeah, shout out to all my Florida people. This is what I'm doing right now. Quick question. We talked about people who just use the lowercase k when sending a message. And my opinion is that's just lazy. Yeah, I like full sentences, full words. And as you can see how I work up here, not a big fan of laziness. So type out your words, type out your sentences, stop trying to use shorthand, and let's send messages like adults. All right, peace.
All right. First things first. I spent the entire video worried he was about to hit his head on whatever was right there behind him.
I know. Oh man.
I told him.
And was that a case of Stella right behind him? That's what it looked like.
Probably.
Was it?
It looked like it.
I'm sure they have good times on the boat as well.
There's something back. It's not Stella. It's something else. I can't tell what it is.
Nice.
But I told him as soon as I heard this, I said, "Hey, so I guess me and you can't be friends anymore." I use the lowercase or at least uppercase K. That's how I respond to most of my messages.
Oh no, Mike is a passive aggressive asshole when he responds to a text.
I mean, you got to go out of your way to make it the lowercase. I mean, you got to go undo caps and then put in your little stupid fucking K, and then continue on your day. But you know, I think I'm the one that put that on there about the K, and I think Saint was just responding to that. Right. Yeah, I mean, I forget who I was talking to, and I said something, and I guess they didn't agree with it, or you know, instead of giving me a one-word answer, they gave me just a K, and it's like, so they were disagreeing with me, but they were also bitching by using the little K. You know, going out of their way, and it pissed me off. It still pissed me off that there was a little K sitting there. I'm like, that motherfucker just sent me a little fucking K, and then I wrote a paragraph. So, you know, he's probably laughing at me while I'm doing it. You know, sending him this giant paragraph about a little K. But yeah, we've talked about this before with some of my coworkers when I worked at WSP. It's like so many people had that as a pet peeve that. When little people use lowercase answers, you know, just the K especially. But yeah, you know, I'm with Saint, you know, type out the fucking word or just at least put an O in front of the fucking thing, you know. Jesus Christ.
Isn't there something to be said for brevity though?
Brevity.
I'm just saying.
A small K is not brevity. It's sarcasm. It's all things bad, man. Little K. I mean, you got to do more work putting in the little K than a big. Put in a capital K. You want to just put one letter? Put a capital K. You know.
You're very passionate about it, Vinnie.
It's just, you know, little things. Little things in life make you happy, and little things in life can really piss you off.
Here's Jeremy Singer.
How do you feel about LOL?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's been around for so long. I mean, LOL's okay. I mean, I'd rather see an emoji. It's a little more creative. You know,
I have 2 kids, which leads into another topic. We have 2 kinds of people. I have 2 kids. I'll send them both a message and I'll get 2 replies. One is yes, sir. The other one is ALR. I'm like, what the fuck is ALR? My wife's like, that means all right. I'm like, no, it doesn't. What the fuck? Yes, sir, from one, ALR from the other. Every time. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I know I'm guessing Chris is ALR.
That's right.
Yeah.
I still owe your wife some graphic novel recommendations. I got a text later.
Well, he picked a couple up from Barnes and Noble today.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean the problem with the abbreviations nowadays, like LOL was like one of my pet peeves for a while because I was like, it's so cheesy, it's so stupid. But you know what? I find myself using it all the time now, and it annoys me as much as anyone else, but I can't help it. I use my emojis and my LOLs all the time.
Emojis. I'm big on emojis.
Jeremy knows I used to type out ha or that was my kind of thing instead of saying LOL, but now I'm an LOL guy. So.
See, emojis are tough for me because there's too many of them now. It's not just a smiley face. There's the shrugging smiley face and the crying smiley face. And I don't know what the hell this means, smiley face. How the fuck am I supposed to know what they all are?
You can type in a description of what you're looking for. And, when you pop up your emojis, it's when you're texting and you hit your emoji sign and they give you a browser to where you can put in, smiley, stinky, and then they'll put up a series of emojis that you can pick. That's how I do it. It makes it easier instead of having to scroll through 7,000 smiling, shitting, all these different faces.
I don't know. Mike keeps sending me the surprise face followed by an eggplant, and I just don't understand what it means.
I don't know what that means either. Is that me fucking you in the ass?
It's like you're sending them dick pics, emoji style.
Okay. I'm a fan of the GIF. The various GIFs. I'll type in a word for whatever I want to
GIF, whatever.
Get across. It's GIF.
No, it's GIF.
It's graphic image file.
It's a fucking G.
It's a fucking G. Good.
It's not the peanut butter of Vinnie.
Well, I used to work with a guy who said GIF all the time, right? And he was like a computer nerd. He was a computer nerd like Mike. So I figured that's the way you said it.
Did you guys key his car on the way out, or?
And we roughed him up a little bit in the parking lot.
That's funny. No, the 2 types of people in the world was actually something else. That was a topic I put on there. That was me, because me and my wife and my kid driving down the road, and we see a turtle in the road. I was raised by my dad. My dad's big. If there's a turtle in the road, you pull over, you put it to the side of the road. No matter what it does after that, you save the turtle. I see people who don't stop, whatever. I'm not going to blame someone who can't stop if they're in a rush or anything like that. But the people who you see these dead turtles, it's not always an accident. So would you guys pull over on the side of the road to save the turtle, or do you just keep driving, or do you actively run it over? What do you do, psychopaths?
I try to miss it, but I'm not stopping and picking it up.
Disappointing.
I actually stopped once and picked it up and brought it home because it wasn't a big turtle. It was just it was about that, that big. And I brought him home, and he was a big box turtle. Just made a little pen for him in the backyard, and that's where he stayed and ate the grass and whatever. Yeah.
See, they didn't have replica at the time, so Vinnie had the box turtle that he brought home to talk to.
That's right.
Oh my god. I mean, I had 1 or 2. I've had several actually. I haven't picked up like an actual like alligator snapping turtle, but some of these turtles are vicious. They don't want you to mess with them, but you're just trying to help them. I had one. The soft shells are actually the worst because they have really horrible claws. I had one soft shell we picked up, and for some reason we brought it in the car with us to drive it somewhere else, like water, probably to the pond near our house. And so this bitch was scratching at me. He was trying to bite me. He was doing everything he could to get away from me, and it was hurting me. He's probably the worst one I picked up.
And you had soup that night, right?
Wanted to get back to his damn family. What the hell?
Turtle soup. They had turtle soup that night with saltine crackers.
Never had turtle soup. Never had shark fin or manatee or anything like that. Dolphin. Never. I'm not a big fish or seafood guy. Yeah, I never even had gator. Have you guys had cooter?
Gator's good.
Cooter. The fuck is that?
Cougar?
Cooter is turtle. If you go to a place called Lightsy's, place called Lightsy's out near Okeechobee, you can order cooter right off the menu. It's right on Lake Okeechobee.
Cooter. I thought that was a term of endearment for a vagina.
That's why I love saying it, because
there's your cooter.
Or a guy on Dukes of Hazzard, right?
Yeah.
I think the guy on Dukes of Hazzard had a double entendre meaning. Without him knowing. But yeah, I just wanted to see what you guys were. Jeremy, I'm so disappointed to see you don't stop to save the turtle, man. That's disappointing.
No, I'll stop for a dog. Not for a cat, but I'll stop for a dog.
You'll stop for a dog, not a cat or a turtle.
I'll stop for a kid, and that's where I draw the line. I'll stop for a kid. I didn't say
stop for a kid. I did not say that.
It's probably Jeremy's kid that I have to stop for.
Keep trying to leave him. He just keeps finding his way home.
Son, how'd you get out here? My dad is Jeremy. Never mind.
All right. Well, we're going to take another quick break, and we'll probably do our last segment after this.
How long is this show, for God's sakes?
We're knocking out a whole bunch of fucking topics, Vinny. You got a problem with it?
Shit.
You got somewhere to be?
Everybody's sleeping by now.
I know. Vinny's got to go to bed soon. Jeremy's got nothing to do.
Yeah, I gotta get up at 5.
Vinny's got to eat again. The early bird was like 6 hours ago.
Yeah, damn it. Come on, man.
Let's take a break, and then we'll cover a few more topics. We won't have to do another 30. All right. You're listening to The Usual Saints. We'll be right back.
Maybe.
Why you always say that shit like after I cut it off and before I turn it back on?
Why you so quick on the record button?
And we're back.
Hey, we are back. You're listening to The Usual Saints. We're no longer going to do the whole hubbub because we're just going to fade it in anyway. Exactly. So we're probably only going to cover a few more topics because Vinny's got work and I don't want to fuck with him that way. Jeremy, right. Do you work tomorrow? I don't really care, but
no. They called and canceled my shift for tomorrow.
Oh cool. Shit. Look at that. We could have done this tomorrow.
We could have, but I figured if I sent you that at noon today, you would have freaked the fuck out on me for changing things at the last minute.
Yeah. Your gate accepts my license now, so I can come in and murder you and I'll be fine.
I get a warning.
Jeremy's got a gated community, and instead of like someone being at a gatehouse or something like that, they have someone who answers the phone. You just slide your license in, it scans it, and they tell you, they ask you where you're going, you tell them, and then they let you in.
That's it.
No, if Mike's name wasn't on the list, they would call me to get.
That's what I was going to say.
Mike's name's on the list, but maybe I'll take it off. Yeah. Just leave his wife's on there from now on.
Yeah, Mike who? I don't know Mike.
You can call the cops before you let him in. That'd be awesome.
Are you guys prepared to talk about the celebrity crushes as a quick topic to get over with?
Celebrity crushes.
The 3 celebrity
top
crushes.
3 all time. Not childhood. Yeah. These are all time.
I had 3 celebrity crushes, right? Because I know you guys had something else. You had character crushes. That's different.
Yeah,
I had
we could
3
do that
celebrity crushes. Yeah. What about 3 celebrity crushes? Could you guys do that? It could be now. Could be in the past. Doesn't matter. Who wants to go first?
You start.
Me? Okay. Well, I mean, obviously Jennifer Love Hewitt's my number 1. So I mean, that's my girl. We also have a separate topic on her. I also messaged her on Instagram. Never heard back. But listen, I mean, listen, in love is a strong term, but I was infatuated with this girl like forever.
Yeah, I don't think you were the only one.
I know, but I mean, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Can't hardly wait. I know what you did last summer. Still know what you did last summer. Never was a Party of 5 fan. And I owned Heartbreakers, but I never saw it. But you know, I had all her magazines, FHM, whatever she was in.
Do you have her music?
I don't now. I don't think I did. I never bought it.
I hear she was big in Japan.
Myself. No, exactly. You have my second guessing myself. I might have one of her CDs, but I don't know. I have no idea where it would be at this point. That's my number 1. Do we want to go number ones and go around? Or you want me to do 3 and then?
Vinny,
you want me to do all 3?
I mean, I don't have them rated like 1 to 3.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying for me, that's always my number 1 above everyone else.
Well, this may be hard for everybody to believe, but when my first real celebrity crush was for, believe it or not, Nadia Comaneci from Romania.
Nice.
the Romanian gymnast, fell in love with her in 76 Olympics. And yeah, she was my biggest crush for real. And I just looked her up recently, and she's still looking really, really good. You know, some of them are cute when they're young, and then when they get older, it's like Olga Corbett. Oh my God, she was kind of cute when she was, in the Olympics, and then when she got older, it looked like she worked in a mine or something. Yeah,
this is new to me. I did not know you had a gymnast fetish.
Oh yeah. Well, back in the day, I did. Now, not now. Jesus, I don't coach them, so I can't.
Oh man.
I'm not their doctor.
Yeah, I'm not their doctor, for God's sake.
I'm not a big Olympic guy, so I have no idea who you're talking about. I know Jeremy.
Well, look her up. Look her up. You'll see. Look her up when she was in the Olympics, and then recently she still looks pretty good.
What do I just type a bunch of
destroyed Americans?
Just put in Nadia Comaneci.
Oh, I was gonna say, do I just type a bunch of consonants on my keyboard and hopefully
a bunch of consonants, Y, Z's, and yeah, right.
The only Olympics I know are what is that? It was the Dream Team that apparently were all molested by every adult that was with them. 2012? Yeah. No, not the basketball. We're talking about the gymnast.
Okay. The gymnast. Yeah.
That was 2012, right? When everyone was going crazy about that.
Yeah, I think so.
Michaela Maroney. I know her.
2016.
I know Michaela Maroney now.
Oh, unimpressed.
Oh yeah,
that face.
Look, yeah. That was forever the thing. You'd send that around. Yeah. Now I don't think anyone would get it if you did it nowadays, except for people.
I'm pretty sure you would.
Yeah, I don't know. Jeremy, what's yours?
First one would have to be probably Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Oh, there you go.
Right in that.
Yeah.
Right in that range.
There you go.
I mean, even when she was on, what the hell was that show? White Collar. She still looked good. I mean,
yeah,
she still looked like she had the mom bod, but she still looked good.
Yeah, she made her rounds. Didn't she make some appearances in Beverly Hills 90210?
Yeah, she was on 90210.
Yeah,
and obviously Saved by the Bell. Yeah,
there
definitely.
You go. I can't argue with that. Yeah, she's cute.
The Kelly Kapowski hair is always made me a little cringe, but that was the style at the time. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, right.
All mine are more recent than yours. I mean, if I could go like Debbie Gibson if I wanted to go back in the day. Like I had a huge boyhood crush on her, but I was like, I was 9, 10, 11 at the time. So
yours can be recent. It's fine.
No, not even recent, but 90s. I'm a big 90s guy. Even though I was raised in the 80s and a lot of my childhood shit is 80s.
You know I'm gonna go
Britney Spears.
20 years ago, right?
I know, Britney Spears. That's my number 2. I had her poster on my ceiling. I had all her Rolling Stone. Oh my God, that Rolling Stone. Yeah, it was on my ceiling. Yeah. That Rolling Stone was my fucking go-to jam right there, man.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
I wasn't the hugest fan of her music, even though I probably owned 2 or 3 or 4 of her albums. But
did she only do 2 or 3 or 4?
No, she's done more than that. She's done some as in the past decade, but I know her dad's controlling it now, so she's refusing to do any more music. She had that Las Vegas residency for a while.
Yeah.
So that's me. I again in love with her. And she was a year younger, maybe 2 than you, because you're in that weird 1979 period, Jeremy. She was probably a year or 2 younger than us, but man. Girl smoking.
My number 2 would have to be Marissa Tomei.
All right.
Yeah.
My cousin Vinnie.
Oh man, she was amazing in that movie, man.
You know what? Have you seen Spider-Man: Homecoming or any of the new Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, she's the aunt.
Oh, she's so hot in those, man.
Yeah,
yeah. That's
she's a good looking woman, man. She's absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Any particular role of hers that is your favorite?
Oh, it's got to be, my cousin Vinnie.
Is that for her performance, or is there particular role or memory of you where you have her as where you had this crush or you thought she was really sexy or anything like that?
No, my cousin Vinnie.
The New York accent, or was it Jersey? I forget.
Yeah, she encompassed everything that was kind of sexy in that movie. So yeah, but I think she did a great acting job in there because. You see her in anything else, she's nowhere near that person that that New York accent girl. I mean, she's from there, of course, but not such a thick accent and everything, the way she put on in My Cousin Vinny. So to me, that was a great acting job, the way she pulled that off. I mean, she won the Oscar for it. So
yeah, that's what I was about to say. She won the Oscar. You like a girl who knows her tires, though, apparently.
Yeah, obviously. Come on.
And suspension.
If you don't know, exactly. Suspension, yes. And suspension. That's right.
That movie's great. All right, yeah. Jeremy.
Jessica Biel.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Not so much the Seventh Heaven version, but right after that works.
when she broke away from the Seventh Heaven to do the magazine spread.
I can't remember what magazine that was.
I forget too.
Did you see her?
I think it was Gear. Was it Gear? I think it was Gear. Yeah.
Did you see her in I now pronounce you Chuck?
I see Chuck and Larry.
Yeah.
Chuck and Larry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look good in that, man.
Dude, I think we talked about that trailer 10 years ago in the first season or something like that. Yeah. where she does that like booty slap or something.
Oh yeah. Trailer. What about when Adam Sandler, she lets Adam Sandler grab her breasts? It's like,
another reason to hate Adam Sandler.
Yeah, you fucker.
He probably wrote that scene.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and we're not going to get off topic because I want to end the show eventually. But like, that's another evidence. That's another thing, like right there with cancel culture kind of thing. Could you make a fucking Chuck and Larry movie now? You know what I mean? Where these two guys are pretending to be gay to get benefits. You can't. I can't see that.
Probably not. But. No, probably not.
Is it my turn again? Oh shit.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Who did I go with number 3? See, I was gonna go with, but no one knows.
I'm making these up as I go.
Yeah, I had him, but I had him in my head. Who did I? I would probably say.
I'm ready if you need me to get time.
No, I'm just trying to think. See, I've avoided like Playmates. Not that those can't be, but like I remember certain specific Playmates that stick in my memory, like Corinna Harney and Kona Carmack. You remember when I brought the Kona Carmack issue to school, Jeremy? Oh, geez. Anyway, I don't know. I think Kyler Lee. She was in Not Another Teen Movie. She was on Grey's Anatomy. You know who I'm talking about, Jeremy, with the scene at the beginning of Not Another Teen Movie. You've seen Not Another Teen Movie, Vinny?
No.
You have to watch it. It's got Chris Evans. It's got Kyler. It's got a bunch of other actors, from smaller movies or whatnot. But it's a hilarious take on teen movies from the 90s and whatnot.
Right.
And
sure.
I think the movie opens up with like an American Pie style scene, but it's her in the bedroom by herself.
Oh my God.
She whips out this huge vibrator. It's like 20 inches long. She goes to use it, and then her family keeps walking in the room. and things progress from there. That movie is hilarious. And it's got a Chris Evans before he was a superhero.
Yeah, right.
And so he was hilarious in it too. It's a great movie. That's one of my favorite movies. That might play on why I like it so much. Besides, she's obviously beautiful, but that movie's just. I need to watch it again, honestly.
Yeah, obviously. Jesus Christ. You need to go now?
It's hilarious. That's all.
Do not stand up.
Yeah, don't. Holy hell.
Good.
All right, Vinny, you got a third one?
Let Jeremy go. I'm tackling.
Mine? All right. Danica McKellen?
Oh yeah, you're McKellar, I think, from Wonder Years.
McKellar. There we go. Winnie Cooper.
Yeah, I was never a fan. Like, I get it, but you're a math nerd, so maybe that was part of it for you. But
that didn't hurt at all that she grew up to be a mathematician. It's her own formula named after her. It doesn't hurt at all.
I never understood the whole Winnie Cooper fascination. I was a Wonder Years guy, but
there's something fucking wrong with you.
Hey, listen, Danica, if you're listening and you want to be a guest on the show, don't take that the wrong way. It's just listen. Most girls weren't into me at all, so hey.
Aren't
whatever. Aren't whatever.
Yeah.
Tomato.
I got another Danica then. I got Danica Patrick.
Oh yeah.
Get Patrick.
Yeah.
She was with Aaron Rodgers for a while, right? Aaron Rodgers gets all the hot chicks, man. He gets Olivia Munn. He gets Shailene Woodley. No, Shailene Woodley. He's engaged to Shailene Woodley. From
that's the. My wife watches those damn movies.
Divergent.
Divergent. There you go.
Yeah, she was in that. She was in that HBO series, Pretty Little Liars, that Big Little Liars or something. She's been in a bunch of movies. She is super hot. And like Aaron Rodgers is just, I don't know what he's doing besides being a quarterback for the Green Bay Packers,
being rich,
and making the State Farm commercials.
Exactly.
But no, I mean Danica Patrick. Is she still racing? I saw something a few years ago, but I don't know.
Done.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, she's
saw a commercial that she's going to be on the Bear Grylls show, the Into the Wild thing.
Yeah, right.
Vinny, what are you a fan of the GoDaddy commercials? Is that your jive?
I like those too. Yeah, GoDaddy, absolutely. Damn right.
That's probably it for me right there. No, she's definitely cute.
Yeah. I
mean, she won a couple races would have been nice.
Yeah, that would have been great too. Yeah, sure.
I think that's the problem, and that's the knock everyone has against her. Is listen, you're gonna put this cute girl in a car. Are you doing it just because she's a cute girl, or can she actually race? And I don't know that she actually ever.
She could.
She's the Anna Kournikova
of racing. Yeah, I mean, she held her own though in that sport. I mean, she wasn't laughable. I mean, she did good. I mean, not a whole lot of women could do both NASCAR and Indy races. So
not a whole lot of women have done either.
Yeah, exactly.
Vinny, move closer to the mic. Vinny,
leave me alone. Leave me alone.
There are quite a few successful women in drag racing, not so much in road or auto or circuit racing.
Exactly.
The Force girls.
The Force girls. I was just gonna say yes.
Has there ever been a successful drag queen doing drag racing? I don't know the answer. Do you two?
Wow, that's disturbing.
That's like the worst dad joke ever.
That's what I'm going to sleep with.
Oh my god!
That's how I'm going to sleep.
We're gonna end this show on this topic, but like dad jokes are my thing now because I try to make Sophie laugh, but I also try to make her cringe.
You.
It's horrible. Like because I used to think of myself as a funny guy. It is.
It's so much fun.
It really is.
Oh my god!
I get
just to watch the look of horror on their face.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
It brings joy to me every single day. All right,
it's good though because Sophie gives good reaction. She like will just give you a look like I hate you. You're the worst person in the world when you try to make a joke. So that's just awesome.
Yeah, there you go. It's got its perks.
All right, so let's see. Next week we will have a guest next week because we'll be recording with Michaela Lee, who will probably be our guest that following week. It's just all about. Yeah, I mean, for our listeners, we're just going to record a bunch of interviews, and we just got to figure out what order to put them in. But since she's already scheduled, I'm going to give her the honor of being the first one out. We have a whole bunch of other topics to still cover, including what is this? Character crushes from shows or movies. So that kind of plays on this. No, that's I think Jeremy. It's separate. It's slightly different. You're talking about a character. You're not talking about so much the actress. There's a slight variation there.
Gotcha.
Because you can like a character or love a character and despise the person playing them because they're horrible in real life, kind of thing. So we'll see where that goes. But that's just one of them. We have a whole bunch of other topics to cover, but I want Vinny to go to sleep tonight.
Jessica Rabbit.
Oh my god, dude.
Anyway,
talking about cosplay, a lot of girls do Jessica Rabbit.
There you go.
That's good.
Yeah.
We'll have to discuss that. All right. Well, this has been a very fun, very long show. We knocked a lot of stuff off our topic list, which is great. Guys,
half of it we added as we went.
Yeah, but that's how we roll, and that's why our topic list still has 10 things or 20 things on it. We'll get around to it eventually. This is like some running joke. We're always going to talk about the topic list, but we're never going to get around to it.
Well, not if we keep adding to it. How about we don't add to it?
And we didn't have time for Matt Damon. Sorry.
Dude, imagine. I know it'll never happen, but imagine we keep using that joke, like steal it from Jimmy Kimmel, and Matt Damon pops up on Zoom.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be great. So just for a quick second, you know what I mean? I got a good thing. We get a Matt Damon impersonator to pop up on Zoom.
And now you just gave it away. You fucking idiot.
I know, but it was too good not to say. All right, guys. We'll end for the week. Anything to wrap up? We good to go?
Good to go.
We're good. All right. Well, guys, for Vinnie and Jeremy, I'm Mike D. You need to go to our website, theusualsaints.com. We put out a new episode every Sunday. That's got all our social media stuff on there. You can send us questions. You can call us, blah, 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 blah. We got a Facebook group. We got a Facebook page. We got a Patreon that I'm still setting up. We got a Ko-fi coffee that I'm still setting up. So you can donate to the show, help make it better. And if any guests are listening and want to be on the show, doesn't matter what you have to talk about, we're willing to talk and see if we can make your topic awesome like all of our other interviews have been. So I want to thank everyone for listening this week. To the Usual Saints. Peace.
Peace.
I stole Vinny's line
Whoa.
there.
What the hell? That's not cool.
Wow. First the small K, and now the piece is stolen from me.
I didn't.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't feel like my wind down was good enough, so I had to say something else. And I stole Vinny's thing.
Horrible. At least I just stay quiet.
You can never give out enough peace, so that's good.
Peace, love, and tenderness.
Yeah.
We're gonna end with that, right?
Mm.
I stopped recording, so we are. Let me turn off YouTube. Bye, YouTube. If anyone's watching.